started off this huge revolution. And you got it going. Oh, dude, you're awesome. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so Bitcoin started this huge revolution. And during this process, many people had a very different opinion as to what Bitcoin was supposed to be. And if you guys want a meta-analysis, a meta-perspective as to what the history of Bitcoin was and where we're at in its quest for being what it's supposed to be, let's break it down into 4 camps, okay? The first camp said, this will never be private by default. And we need to be honest. In 2014, another Satoshi came out. I'm not going to give you his name because I'm going to have his name as something later on for you guys. And gave us the crypto note protocol, which gave us privacy at the protocol level. And these guys were honest. They left Bitcoin behind. And they started what is now Monero from the crypto note protocol. There was another group that said, actually, we don't need to change because Bitcoin was perfect as it was. Bitcoin was perfect in its original design, and Bitcoin was never supposed to be just money, just digital gold, and just a store of value. These people also emphasize the bit aspect of Bitcoin, not just the coin aspect of Bitcoin. This bit aspect of Bitcoin is its computational power. Later on this week, I'm humbled to share the stage with George Gilder, one of the early internet pioneers, where we're going to talk about the computational power of Bitcoin. This is something that I think that the powers that shouldn't be want to keep away from everyone. They do not want you to know that you can use the Bitcoin miners as the back end of your business. This is a huge deal. Come to the talk, to the panel discussion on Friday. It's definitely, it's on my favorite topic in crypto, which is entrepreneurship. There are other 2 camps who said, well, actually, we can do something here and try to make Bitcoin a store of value and perfect it as a coin by giving it as much privacy as possible. And these 2 camps are Bitcoin BTC, who champions itself as digital gold, as the strongest, most badass store of value on the planet, and Bitcoin Cash, which emphasizes its cash aspect. In our analysis at the Crypto Vigilante, both Bitcoin BTC and Bitcoin Cash fail at that endeavor because they're not private by default at the protocol level. Okay? So, you ready, man?
Yeah, let's do it.
I can do it for you. Yeah, you got it, man. All right.
You're going to hit the right arrow when you're ready.
Let's do it. All right. Cool. Excuse me, Alex.
Yep, you're good.
All right. So, that's us in a nutshell right there, guys. We give you technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and operational security. I'm going to go through each one of these aspects, and I'm going to give you guys homework to take home for you guys to do. So take this as rhetorical homework, okay? So technical analysis, this is for people that want to make money, right? This is the when. When do I get into the market? When do I get out of the market? When the Crypto Vigilante got started, we only considered one newsletter in the planet to be our competitor. And these guys were charting Bitcoin since 2010 on the Bitcoin Talk forums. The name of these guys were Bull Bear Analytics. Legends. These are legends. Well, guess what? We admire these guys, and now they're part of the Crypto Vigilante. They're Mr. A and W. Kind of like the root beer, but not. Okay? A and W. They're phenomenal. They're the best crypto technical analysts in the world, and our subscribers get daily reports from them. Sometimes video, sometimes written. We have to cater to all learning modalities, right? So, yeah, we did pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We're the most profitable portfolio in the space. And bam, you know, you guys, if you guys want to learn about Pirate Chain, that's when we alerted it. And that's how it's doing. So, yeah. But here, guys, this is more than just about making money. We're entering into an Orwellian nightmare. And every one of you guys here has a huge responsibility in your life, with your family, with your loved ones. You guys are the pioneers. And you guys need to spread this message, because what has happened here is that we discovered a brand new asset class. Could you imagine right now if I were to be sitting here talking to you guys about, hey, we just discovered gold and silver, and then there's this thing called platinum. And it's only 10 years old since its discovery. Barely 1% of the planet actually knows about it. Here, everybody raised their hands, because why? Why did you guys raise your hands? Because you guys are all libertarian, conservative people that understand the value of sound monetary theory. In my vision of Bitcoin, I call Dr. Ron Paul the grandfather of crypto, the grandfather of Bitcoin. He's Papa Paul in more ways than one. And I'll tell you something, guys. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you what. The Ron Paul revolution has money now. All of us, I was spearheading one of Dr. Paul's super PACs, Liberty for All super PAC. We helped Thomas Massey, Justin Amaj, Kerry Bentivolio. We were all over the States as quote-unquote carpetbaggers helping these campaigns out. And every one of those individuals, of that youth that Ron Paul awoke, is part of this revolution. And they're all big-time, old-school Bitcoiners now. And so, guys, this is the A-team. We are the A-team in this room, okay? This is the A-team, and the hour is now to take this serious. Crypto is not for tomorrow. It's not the money of the future. It's the money of later on this afternoon, okay? And if you don't take this seriously, the Orwellian tyrannical nightmare that you will pass on to the next generations will be something unlike anything that humanity has ever experienced. And if you don't have the desire to go scream at everyone out in the street, I don't know what to tell you. But this is a big deal, guys. Right now, you go all over the United States, and there are help wanted signs everywhere. No one wants to work. They're instituting communism on a global scale. And there's not going to be a place to run, okay? You're going to have to stand and fight where you are. And you're going to have to build community where you're at. So this is the first homework I give you. Write this down. When you get home, you go to meetup.com, okay? And you join the crypto meetup in your area, the nearest one. If there's not a crypto meetup in your area, you need to start one. It's not rocket science. You set up a venue. And in that venue, you just say, hey, can I have some people here on a Thursday night, Friday night? Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Put a Bitcoin sign, and people just sit down, have a beer, and people will come and just talk. Before you know it, because I've had this experience over and over again. A Bitcoin meetup will go from having 5 people to 200 people real quick. Okay? These technologies are for peer-to-peer transactions. They're to empower you. They augment, as what we talk about in Austrian economics, the praxeology of your life. You can enter now into voluntary exchange with anyone in the world at any time, just as easy as you can enter into voluntary exchange with any one of your neighbors. But in order for this to function on a local level, you need to take responsibility and fortify and create a community. The community won't just appear. You guys have to create it yourselves, okay? I'd love to know where you guys are all from, because I'm pretty sure you guys are all from the United States and elsewhere. And this is extremely important, guys. The web of surveillance and tyranny that is being built around us right now is something that we cannot run away from. And if you don't take the responsibility to actually engage this, I don't know what else to say. But let me get back to this rundown of what I'm talking to you guys about. We also do fundamental analysis. This is the what. What the heck are we talking about? What is this new digital asset class? And we come at this from a libertarian Austrian economics perspective. So, yeah, think of this as the best way to explain cryptocurrency for someone that is brand new is for you to imagine that we discovered a whole new set of tools. And it would be very ridiculous for Team Hammer to yell at Team Screwdriver for not hammering as good as Hammer Team hammers. That happens in crypto all the time. That is still the level of idiocracy that we still have even amongst quote-unquote advanced users, right? Oh, well, you're not a privacy coin, then you must be a shit coin. Oh, you're not a smart contract platform, then you must be a shit coin. No, these are all different digital assets that come forth from the science of cryptography for you to embrace, for you to learn, and for you to apply on a personal level, okay? So, this is another take-home exercise. All right, the first one was meetup.com. This one, we'll call it number 1. We'll call the first one 0. Take a picture of this if you want. And what I want you guys to do is go home, and for every one of these categories, I want you guys to do research and refine your research to choose 2 cryptocurrency networks that you find to be the best for each one of these categories. All right? So, this is very important, guys. This is the difference between you actually having objective knowledge of cryptocurrency and you having your own personal preferences. It's important to know that there's a distinction between both. You might be living in a very wonderful place in the world right now where you don't need privacy, where you don't have a surveillance state being built around you. If you live there, let me know where that's at. I want to know. I want to go there. But if you live in Mordor and the Eye of Zoran is on top of you, maybe you want privacy. Beyond the obvious need for privacy nowadays, there are other use cases for crypto. You have to realize that what you find most important in crypto will not necessarily be what other people find most important in crypto. And that's a learning experience that everyone has to go through and reaccommodate and reevaluate in their life. This is a process of learning and calibrating in an ongoing basis. So let's create a template when you get home. And I want you guys to log the things you learn about crypto from an objective perspective. And then I want you guys to create a log of the ways you personally want to use crypto. And these 2 lists should not be the same. Know that it is in juxtaposing this objective knowledge to that of your personal expectations and experiences that you will be able to customize your whole crypto adventure. A lot of people come to us and they want for us to give them their answers to everything. A lot of people, unfortunately, some of them don't even read what we write, and they just look at the headline. Believe it or not, that somehow became a controversy amongst the community recently. People just read our headlines and they just run with it like a chicken with their head cut off, and then they get surprised that they find things that happen in the market or maybe in their personal life that could have been avoided if they had just simply read what we write, So by all means, don't follow us blindly at all. We provide research and an amazing community, worldwide community, but you guys have to do the homework, okay? And what the beautiful thing that has happened is that we've become the largest private libertarian crypto study group in the planet. I'm very proud to say that. When we started the Crypto Vigilante, Jeff Berwick was like, let's do this, but we're going to do it right. And I'm like, I completely agree with you. So we brought the best dudes on the planet, the best analysts. And guess what? Those guys want to remain anonymous, and that's okay. I can be the face. Jeff can be the face. Ed Bugos can be the face. Alex, the team here, we all can be the face. But the real legends here are these beautiful monks. And isn't it interesting that when you think of a hacker, you think of a guy that's hooded? Let me tell you guys something. A lot of these hackers that they call these programmers are some of the most beautiful people on the planet. a lot of them all of them that I know are extremely spiritual, religious. For the most part, they're very Christian. I'm talking about old school Christian, like these guys even pray morning prayer, night prayer, evening prayer. That's these type of guys. They have their calling from God, and they're these magnificent angels. You know how beautiful this worldwide community is? We get penetration tests that would cost us thousands, if not, tens of thousands of dollars on our website, our tiny little website, from world-renowned programmers throughout the world that keep us safe on the internet, that tell us, hey, we were able to hack, and this is what we did, and this was what we found. And even though we have an amazing back-end team, it's like, well, thank you, So we are doing this. This is our vocation. Everybody in our team, none of us need to work. We all came into Bitcoin extremely early. We have over 80 years of combined experience. Actually, if you throw in the rest of the team, over 90 years of combined experience in crypto. So we've experienced everything in our team. For every single type of hack, even to the dreaded $5 wrench attack. And that is gun to the head, give me your crypto. We've experienced it all. So we know that the most important thing for us is to make sure that you guys are safe. So, yeah, you will make money. This is a brand new asset class. It's like discovering gold and silver for the first time in history. And we're all early in this. Of course we're all going to make money. This is not rocket science. But what's even more important is that you guys stay safe. So we teach you guys how to stay safe in this fascist Orwellian nightmare that we're moving into, that it will only grow if we allow it, by the way. It only takes a couple people to stand up to tyranny, guys. It really does. It really does. And guess what? Those people, those tyrants, are nothing more than a bunch of people in a room just like we are right now. And to be honest, we're smarter than them. And I know this. I know this because right now we're running circles around them constantly. In crypto, that's what we do all the day, all the time. We know where they're at. We are so far ahead of them. They don't even know what's coming. But we need you guys to educate yourselves, whether it be with the crypto vigilante or not, I don't care. And pass this information along to your loved ones. We all need to grow in this knowledge, right? So operational security is a big deal for us because it's not just about technical analysis and fundamental analysis, which is what you would get in every other newsletter in the world, fine. But it's operational security where personally my heart lies is that I want to make sure you guys are safe. So we go out of our way to make sure you guys are safe and to give you guys the know-how. We review all of the latest tech constantly, both hardware and software, not just software, also hardware, and how you can be safe. The one thing that will keep you safe most of all, to be honest, is to give value to the world. Honestly, if you give people value, that will keep you safe the most, in my opinion. So yeah, this is a quote from our Vigilante manifesto. So we're going to talk about coin control real quick because as I was talking to you guys a little bit earlier, Bitcoin in its history. As I opened up talking to you guys about Bitcoin and its history, we always knew Bitcoin, and like Melissa said, was pseudonymous. It was not anonymous by default. It was not private by default. So we had the creation of what we knew was inevitable, which is blockchain analytics. So Mr. X here says, for example, imagine being a libertarian, and now you're targeted politically because you donated to maybe a gun rights activist group with Bitcoin. And now that's in the Bitcoin blockchain forever. Kind of like this cat. You might be feeling like him. So we're big into privacy coins at the Crypto Vigilante because in our opinion, fungibility, like Melissa described, is the ability to interchange one unit of account for another unit of account within one given currency. So fungibility is a must. We have to have fungible money. So this is a quick rundown. If you guys want to take a quick picture of this, of coin control, it's nothing more than proper accounting in the age of mass surveillance with crypto. It's the proper crypto accounting that is necessary in the age of mass surveillance, in the age of blockchain analytics. We talk about this a lot. I'd never seen anyone talk about this before us. Mr. X tells me, no, there's people talking about this before us, but these, of course, for him, it's all people in the deep web and, in the dark internet, whatever. But I don't move in that world, so I'm kind of like, I'm the bridge between the darkness and the world, right? So if you guys want to just avoid all of the BS and having to figure out how to do proper accounting in crypto, just use a privacy coin like Monero or Pirate Chain or Wownero. The thing with blockchain analytics is that not only does the coin that you obtain have all of the owners and all of the transactions of its past, but if you were to get a coin, if you were to get a coin, let's say at a KYCML exchange, which is the only way to get, for sure, clean Bitcoin or clean Ethereum, you would be liable for wherever that coin goes, because now your name was the last person that the KYCML exchange tracked it with that coin. So if you take it out of the KYCML exchange and you send it to, for example, a mixer, as it has happened, you can get a letter in the mail saying, hey, what the heck are you doing sending your Bitcoin to a mixer? Okay? What were you doing in sending it to a decentralized exchange? And because of the travel rule, according to FinCEN, every bank account that is attached to any transaction that you had, for example, in Kraken or Coinbase, will now follow you. That information will follow you according to the travel rule. So not only will possibly they could freeze your Coinbase or Kraken account, but they could also freeze your banking account. And if you maybe have a business account tied to your personal banking account that you probably were using at a KYCML exchange, according to the travel rule, FinCEN, that will follow you as well. So you got to coin control is a very big deal. And we talk about this a lot, because you do not want to end up with someone's dirty coin or someone's tainted coin. And then when you go to a financial institution, you don't want them to have to ask you, hey, where did you get that tainted coin? Show us that you did not get this, that you were not involved in this quote unquote illicit transaction in some jurisdiction throughout the world. This is a big deal. And that's why we champion privacy coins, because they're private by default at the protocol level. If someone ever tells you from Ethereum, Bitcoin, or any other of the other surveillance coins that we call them, they say, well, you can actually be private using this mixer or coin join. Know that they are pretty much lying to you, because you can't be private. If you're not private by default at the protocol level, you're not private at all. Okay? So, the Crypto Vigilante, yep, this is all just about us. I'm going to open up to question. You guys have any questions?